Hey guys, we got our Summit package in the mail there today, and I rushed right along and opened it up without you guys, sorry, but we got steering coupler, very nice. So I already made an adapter plate for that, so we could bolt that onto the 3-bolter from the 6-bolt. Free, I like free. And now our steering wheel won't come off while we're riding, because that happened to me in the first video I took. Real scary. Yeah, as you can see, we got that coupler, slides onto there, weld that around, done like dinner. Oh, don't lose that in there. Next thing next, the tie rods, the sketchy tie rods. So I pulled one off of there and I unbolted it, and we might end up in a dilemma where I gotta machine some spacers because I forgot to order them. By the way, when it comes to rod end spacers, like inside of here, all the way around the buggy, way cheaper to buy them than it is to machine them. And that's something that people don't really talk about too much, because it's sort of a common sense thing, but I was new one day and I didn't know that, so I went to my lathe and I started machining. So yeah, you definitely don't have to machine all this stuff. Like this setup right here is like $25 on Summit Racing, I'm pretty sure. It's a 5/8 bung, lock nut, and the rod end. And then all you need to do is get yourself some pipe and weld them in, and you've got tie rods, or whatever type of link you want to make. You can buy Heims in all different sizes. Obviously they get more expensive, but yeah, this is a real simple concept that can be used basically anywhere. You can make control arms this way, basically. A lot of people do that. So yeah, anyhow, I measured up some new tie rods, and I'm just going to cut them on the saw, because this is something you want somewhat square. So I'm going to cut them on there, and we'll get making some new tie rods. Oh yeah, and the issue is spacers. I forgot to say, yeah, we got 3/4 inch holes here, and 1/2 inch holes on the rack. So I really don't want to go too extreme on that. And run a 3/4 inch bolt. That's going to be ridiculous. So I got to find some spacers, or maybe a buddy has some. Maybe these shock spacers will fit it. I didn't think of that. They would actually get me by. These shock spacers would get me by if I needed to. So that's a good thing. I just realized they're coned, and the cone is actually setting inside of my rod end. Yeah. So I could definitely get away with running those if I needed to. And they should clear. Yeah, they got pretty decent clearance on them. Not bad at all, actually. I might end up running those. We'll see what happens if I can't get spacers. Because, yeah, I definitely can't run a 3/4 inch bolt. As you can look at those sketchy fucking tie rods. Like, you're kidding me? Think that's going to hold up too much? This side's good. That's how I'm going to do it on the other side, but properly. That's just a nut and a normal nut. So like, really, I didn't even buy the bungs on the other side. I just went super cheap on those. But I'm going to use new nuts this time, clean them all up, put them in there. I like using the lock nuts because they've got that tapered ring on them already, and they fit nicely inside of my pipe. Works out pretty good for backyarding it. Alright, thanks for watching though. I'll give you another update here in a little bit. Hey guys, I finished up making some tie rods yesterday. As you can see, these are the new ones. Yeah, a lot cleaner, a lot straighter, a lot stronger compared to those. So I'm gonna get those swapped out and see how we're looking, and see if those these rod end spacers will work for us. Even, well, they're shock spacers, but we'll see if they'll work in those rod ends, and we can get those installed and give us the right angle. If not, I'll have to order some spherical rod end bushings for those, and I might as well order the ones for the back end too, so that way they're proper. Hey there guys, another little change of plans on the buggy from what I was showing you earlier. I ended up getting rid of the angle iron, and I did a bit of research on the rack that we're using, And like I've mentioned way back in the videos when we installed this is a front load rack, so it's meant to be installed in front of your wheels and have tie rod mount out here, right? A front steer, they call that. And this is a rear steer setup. So all that I did was flip the rack over, and I'm running it upside down and using it as a rear setup, which really isn't ideal, but that's what I did. And they sell a Heim separator for these rack and pinions that separate your Heim joints to whatever setup you're using for your geometry. And I didn't realize how beefy that part was, and I was just using a piece of angle iron like you were seeing before. So I decided to make a nice piece out of square tubing. Let's see if I can get a shot on that. Yeah, there you go. So as you can see, that's a lot stronger, and Heim's bolt right into it, and I made a little bit of an adjustment to it. If you look at it from the top, there you go, you can see it perfect there. See how they're set back a little bit? I set them back this way, so that way it makes our steering line here a little bit straighter up the front of the buggy. As you can see, we're doing pretty good actually. One thing that you want is you want those tie rods nice and straight all the way across, and helps eliminate bump steer and keeps things moving nice and smooth and not tweaking as they're doing its suspension movement. Your wheels will actually steer. That's basically bump steer, and I'm assuming you know what that is if you're this far into my videos. So yeah, that's a lot friggin' stronger. And now I'm waiting. I ordered up the parts for the aluminum fuel cell, and I'm gonna redo the aluminum fuel cell because as you can see, that ain't good. That's from that tank rusting, so definitely gotta get rid of that and switch over to the aluminum fuel cell, mount the roof, and mount our rams. And then I'm thinking for the races, just so we tech doesn't bother us, I plan on redoing all these body panels in aluminum before I paint, and hopefully rivet everything together. And we're gonna fill in here, have a panel that comes up the side and also fills in here, because you don't want this big triangular hole here. That's a little bit unsafe. And yeah, so to get by tech for now, I'm probably gonna take some Gorilla tape and just tape over the edges around all the panels just for now, so that way they're not sharp and no one has any complaints. And yeah, so next video you'll probably see me touch up on those last couple things. But thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Take care.